Pisces, welcome to your September reading. I hope you guys had a great month last month. This is going to talk about your energies this month. If you're new to the channel, this is just a couple of the tools I like to use. I incorporated them, created a spread. We're going to call it the Into the Eye spread. We're going to be doing it a little different this month if I did it different last month. How we're going to work it this month is we're going to talk about your interior energies and then the exterior energies that we'll see coming, okay? So I already shuffled. We'll be doing that again when we pull tarot here for external, but when we concentrate on the internal energies that you may be dealing with, we're going to be dealing with the dice, okay? I already shook it up, so just so you know. All right, so we're going to start over here in the west. In the west on my circle is where Earth is located, and this is I am. This is about your body. You guys have a 6. Okay, well, 6 energies are all about beauty, home, family, and it's funny enough in the area of home and family that we're going to be talking about externally. So maybe you just feel very successful right now in your home. As far as body, I think you guys are feeling really healthy. I mean, the positive energies that go around with 6s are healing. So if you are dealing with something, the energies that are coming into you will be very healing, whether that be emotional, whether that be mental or physical, okay? Don't worry, we're going to be pulling some more advice for anything that if you're like, hey, I don't know how to pull myself of any negative energies that deal with 6s, which could be, you know, just a weakness of, you know, mind, body, soul. You could be dealing with somebody that has a superiority complex or is impractical, shallow, selfish, or unsupportive, okay? So don't worry, we're going to look at, you could be feeling that this way, or it could be just the negatives of 6, where it can flip in a minute, where you're feeling very healing and service to others and you want to help, and then somebody does something and it flips over to, okay, well, I'm not going to help. I'm not going to be supportive. You know what I mean? So that's just something to look at. Or maybe you're dealing with that since this is your body and this is where you're, you know, this is your physical material world plane, sort of. So if you're dealing with that, don't worry, we're going to be pulling some energies that will help with that, okay? Some advice from the, you know, your guardian angels, your ancestors, basically source energy, the light, love, all that stuff for expansion, okay? Let's go ahead and move to your mind, right? We got up here in the north. This is area of air. Okay, this talks about what I think. In on your mind right now, you have on this dice, it's a 10. And it's funny though because it didn't pull up as a 1, so it's like the 1 and the 0. So 1 energies are all about individuality, independence, leadership, and creativity. They're also about uniqueness, having motivation, and just because it's mixed with the 0, new beginnings for sure. So you could be thinking about new beginnings. I'm not sure, you know, new jobs. I mean, just it could touch on anywhere in your life, you guys, since it's just general reading and things like that. Some negative energies that deal with the 1s is being a dependent person, being weak-willed again. Perhaps you're dealing with arrogant, aggression, intolerance. So don't worry, we're going to be pulling some energies so we can flip those if we're dealing with that. And how do we keep into our, you know, our own uniqueness, being a leader in ourselves, knowing ourselves enough to know that no matter what these people around or what kind of box or label they're trying to give you or box they're trying to trap you in, you know yourself. All you have to do is come into yourself. Does this feel right for you? It doesn't matter if anybody else thinks that it's right. Okay, always follow your heart. Okay then. Moving on. So over here in the east, we have fire, and this is all about your soul, right? So far we did body, mind, soul, and over here your emotions. So now we're in your soul. This is the I want. This might be subconsciously, you know, passions, creativity, things that your soul is just wanting. You guys have a 5. Interesting. So 5s are all about change, freedom, transition. They're also about sensory experience, right? Going out in the world and touching. Maybe, you know, deep down you want to go out and there's vacation, you know, where you go to new places and you smell new smells and you taste new tastes and you feel new things. You know what I mean? Like just go out there, and I feel like that's what's screaming out. Let's talk about some of the negative things that you might be dealing with, whether it be in creativity or just negatively. Like, you know, the negative of 5 is being rash and irresponsible. You know, it's that super adventurous and not thinking through things. You know, when people are just gung-ho about sensory experiences, that's okay as long as, you know, you're not being too rash and irresponsible, you know, or inconsistent. Another 5 negative energy. Fear of change could also be something that you're dealing with, right? But don't worry, we're going to, like I said, we're going to pull advice so we can flip that, okay? Because we need to figure out how we can get back into adaptability, where we're not afraid of change anymore. Okay, it might have to do with people putting you in boxes and you're afraid to break through. Okay, that's a normal. I feel like I feel like I don't want to tell you guys how old I am. But in my life, I have done that many times. Okay, that's the Phoenix rising energy. And it's not always comfortable. It really, I'm trying to think of one time where maybe it was comfortable. But even in, like, say, having kids, where it was like you knew that the result was going to end up super awesome, you know, as in a kid, a human being that you get to know and enjoy and take care of, it was still painful as fuck. So, yeah, it's just sometimes change is inevitable and that's not always comfortable. So let's go ahead and move to your south. This is all about how I feel, how you're feeling, okay, so your emotions. It could deal with love, it could deal with relationships, but just generally how you're feeling, okay? And this is the area of water. So you guys have the number 7. Okay, so the number 7 is all about solitude or introspection. So perhaps you're feeling very introspective, like there's a need to go and be by yourself, maybe for self-discovery. It could talk about faith and spirituality. You know, I'm a firm believer that we're all connected, and therefore it's kind of like, for me, and the way that I was raised and the way that my life path led me, in order to be who I am here and kind of spread the message of what I'm spreading, is just trying to raise the vibrations and understanding what it's about. You know what I mean? And you guys can have a totally different understanding of it. But my growing up and stuff was kind of just to dip my toe in different religions all throughout my life. You know, different belief systems and things like that. You know, even watching near-death experience videos and trying to, you know, the 7 is my life path. You know, I'm the discoverer. I go out and I search and I find, you know, I look for the truth. My truth might be different from your truth. You know what I mean? If you feel like some of this stuff is resonating, then cool. I'm glad for you that we hold the same truth, which is all about raising vibration and keeping our energy, keeping control of ourselves, right? Loving ourselves, because, you know, having self-love is not selfish. Okay. So the main energies for you guys, the 3 by 1 of 2, by way of 1 and 2. So the 3 energy is all about creativity, right? This is like that feeling when you're a kid and you're gonna go play in the playground. You have that joy and that optimism. Nothing is gonna happen to you. You're gonna have so much fun, and you guys are gonna invent this new game, and you know what I mean. Like it's that kind of energy that talks about the 3, which is also funny because that's the energy of the Ascended Masters. People want to like always picture the Ascended Masters as these serious people. They're just people, man. They cuss. You know, when you think of the yin and yang, there's no light without darkness. There's no darkness without light. That's within all of us. It's about balance, right? So I went on a little bit of a tangent. I don't even know. I feel like some messages might be in there for you guys. Let's move to the tarot. Oh, 3. My bad. So yeah, the the negative things that you might be dealing with is lack of stamina. You know, maybe you don't have that lack to go out and be creative right now, and that's okay. Maybe it's calling for rest. I feel like, though, that you're going to if you haven't in the past had energies, I feel like you're going to be having more energies. Like you're going to get a spur of childlike kind of creativity, or just want to go out and do stuff. You know, this is action, but like action in a way, instead of like the 1 where it's like self-action, it's almost like action and feels like, you know, you're doing this because you feel like it's part of your purpose, or you're feeling like this is something that it's almost given that fire, that soul energy, okay? So anywho, let's go ahead and move to your cards so we can talk about any external energies that might be happening, because we need to be aware of them as much as we want to stay in our own energies and not allow others to affect. We live in a place where others are able to co-create, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean we have to, you know, kind of have to take, like, if you see drama coming your way, be like, oh, that's none of my business, you know, and skip the other way. That's okay. You know, protect your energies. Okay? Okay, let's go ahead. Let's see what we got. Okay, so over here, we have home and family. We have the King of Pentacles. So either Pisces, you guys could be feeling like you have everything that you need. You know, there's a lot of growth here. You could be moving into a new home. You could be having a new baby. Like, you feel quite accomplished. This person, so, you know, is feeling comfortable. They have everything they need. Whether, you know, this person lives in a castle and it might not look like that. You might have your first own apartment, and you only have a couch. But you're sitting on your couch eating your pizza by yourself, watching your phone and stuff like that, and that's how you feel, the King of Pentacles, and good for you. So let's go ahead and add these numbers up. So I don't associate numbers with suited characters, or... Ooh, we're going to have to get a new one. Excuse me. So sixes are going to be your energy, and they're going to be What's supporting you? So again, sixes are all about beauty, right? Home. Maybe you need to decorate your home. Maybe you did decorate your home. Stay in that energy. Service to community could also be in theirs, okay? Because this is like a service to community. It's very healing, very maternal. When you think of how the six looks, it looks like it's pregnant. You know, it's very maternal. Love, balance, harmony. So I'm glad for you guys there. Let's pull some advice just in case there's any cray-cray coming your way so we know what to expect. If I talk too fast, you guys, I will do better to slow down. I really want for my messages to get across the world, and I realize that, you know, some people's first language isn't English. So it says, roots. I remember where I came from, for better or for worse, and I am grateful for the person I've become, either because of or despite of my upbringing. As I move through life, I keep growing and changing, but I can't marvel at the magnitude of my journey without reflecting on where it all began. Beautiful. So yeah, I feel like some of you, I get a strong feeling of maybe some of you guys aging out of the system. I feel like maybe some of you guys are about to age out of the system, or you just have aged out of, or you might be a person that has, and it's taken you a while, and that's like admirable. I have so much respect. You know, if I ever make it big and stuff, I want to help people like you guys. You know, I want to help a lot more, but you guys, I definitely want to, like, I want to show you guys the world and stuff like that, you know, and open your eyes and open your horizons. But I think you guys are, you have strength inside you that is respectable. See what I'm saying? Pulling your bootstraps up. Yeah. Like when you're stuck in the mud and just, you know, getting it. I have respect for that because I also have that energy. I've had to do that a couple of times in my life. I don't have that. I feel like it's important because you didn't have that same family. You know what I mean? You didn't have that. And I'm very blessed in that. And if you are also blessed in that, you should thank those blessings. Even if, you know what I mean? Like, even if that person was there just for a little bit for you and stuff like that, there are people out there that have that. Okay? It's about looking around and being grateful for those things. But for those people of you that don't have that, I feel like the energy is saying that you got this and they're so proud of you. That you might feel alone, but you're not. You got an army behind you. I'm getting so emotional. Because they just love you so much. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what we got for up here in your mind. Okay, or this is going to be dealing with work, maybe career. Okay, so the Nine of Cups. Beautiful. It's funny because you might have people around you. There's a cat and like a crab. And even though I don't get the energy of fighting, I do get like there's like you're trying to focus and you're doing a really good job this month on focusing. You have all these things built up, so it might be a promotion. It might just be like you sitting pretty in your career right now. Like there's nothing to say about it. Okay, I do feel like this person, it's funny, she comes to the beach. And the beach is like obviously the place between water, ocean, and land. Okay, and when you think of it in a spiritual way, it's the place in between your subconscious and your conscious. So there might be a need to sort of sit by yourself and remember all these cups and be proud of yourself and come back into yourself. There might be people that might have tried to take your cups, you know, or tell you that your cups had something else other than gold liquor, you know. That's just water. And now you're realizing that that's not true because you came into yourself. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of breaking out of boxes, you guys. I don't keep tapping. Sorry, Pisces. Okay, let's move on. Actually, let's go ahead and do those numbers. So we have a 10 and a 9. That's going to be a 19. Give you a 10 again, so 1. For numerology, all about individuality, independence, okay? Leadership, creativity. This is all about creating your own reality if need be. Think about Aries. Aries is first in the astrological lineup, so to speak. They're first to go. They have a lot of 5 energy, not only, but it's also very admirable and honorable, and they are brave enough to crave their own reality. They might say, okay, all these boxes that society and labels that society has put on me, no, thank you. You can have that back. Go ahead and take that back. And actually what I am, there's actually no label. You know, I'm trying to look in all these other places. And it's just like what I was saying about religion, where you dip your foot in, see what feels right, and leave the rest. Just like with these messages. Okay? And I feel like you're doing that. I heard spark joy. Yeah, if you guys know who Marie Kondo is, she's like the Japanese organizer. She's really good at organizing. And the way that she comes about it is like she takes something and, you know, you ask yourself, does it spark joy? And if it does, you keep it. And if it doesn't, you get rid of it. I think you're doing that in your mind. Good job, Pisces. Hell yeah. I'm proud of you guys. So are your angels. And, you know, I'll say different things. Your angels, your ancestors, it's just all the, you know, it's all the same thing. You guys have so many people looking up to you. I was mistaken when I thought that it was just one angel. And I was like, oh, man, this guy, this poor guy's doing overtime. It's like literally an army. Okay, time doesn't work the same there. They watch you differently. It's like they got all the time in the world. They got the time to watch you and some other yous on different timelines, plus yous on different planets, if you feel like that might be you. You know what I mean? Like, we're part of your soul's not all here. So, let's put some advice. I just lost some, y'all. It's okay. If you know, you know. Oh, bravery! And this is kind of like considered the major arcana for this particular deck. I'll have these decks linked. I have no affiliation with making money. I just feel like I should give respect where respect is due. And I think you guys, if you want them, you know, buy them. Yeah. So it says bravery. Congratulations. You're being awarded a healthy dose of bravery to be applied to any nerve-wracking situation that requires boldness, brashness, or balls. Bravery is the battering ram that will knock down any limitations your mind has built. Bravery is the shield that will protect you from thoughts of, what if it doesn't go well? Bravery is the steed that you will ride to the fields of, go for it, try it, and it's better if you just ask for it. Bravery is even the excited army that will cheer you on. Hell yeah, we were just talking about armies. You guys, you have an army behind you. What did I say? In quotations it says, but you're the one who has to walk back and forth to the horse and make a long speech. Sorry. So they're saying, yeah, we got your back, but you still have to do the work. I mean, like, I think you know that, Pisces. But if you like feel like, you could always look up law of attraction. Law of attraction is all about bringing things to you just by sitting there, just by, like, you know, attracting it. There's no other way to say that, y'all. I feel like I'm getting better. This is a baby channel, so, you know, I'm learning to walk and I'm learning to talk. I really appreciate you guys and your understanding. So go ahead, let's move at 5. You guys, this is all about creative projects. So if you're an artist out there, even if you're not an artist, if you have children out there, you created them. Did you not? So let's see if we get any advice. Ooh, this one wanted to pop out. Another major arcana. It says expression. It says, let me start over. Isn't it amazing to have a brain that thinks, feels, feelings that feel, and a body that can turn those thinks and feels into actual tangible expressions to share with others? I'm going to need a drink. I'm sorry, y'all. Something maybe you guys are having a problem with this speech, like even if it's not, or just getting your words out, getting expression, because I feel like I couldn't talk there. So it says, this card is a cartwheeling reminder of how freakingly lucky you are to be human. After all, humans are pretty much the only artists on the planet. And it says, yes, fine, I see you, Bowler Bird. Oh yeah, and you too, Coco the gorilla. So what will you do with this gift? What will you make or sing or tell or build? When will you take the pressure off and just enjoy the privilege of playing with this amazing gift? And how in the world will you find time to answer so many rhetorical questions? Oh my God, we didn't even pull a freaking card. And I'm just all messed up, y'all. Hold up, wait a minute. Okay. Oh, 4 of Wands, beautiful. Okay. You guys could be finding your creative community, or just a community of like a club. Or celebrations, okay? A breakthrough. Perhaps you were having problems with your creative process. There was a need for either rest so that you can process. When you're at rest is when you allow subconscious to come through. And subconscious allows for messages, okay? Yeah, but I think for you it's like go out and like go to the friend fair. Go, September. Go do fall stuff. I don't know what it's like where you are, but so I'm sure there's got something going on. Or just go for a walk. But I feel like there's other people involved. So go hang out with your friends. Okay? Maybe that will spark some creativity. Maybe it'll just let you get loose so that you can express things. Okay, so we got the 5. And we got a 4. So it's going to equal 9. How funny. That's God's number right there. Let's see what God's number talks about. It says service to humanity, charity, okay, divine wisdom, self-sacrifice, or leading by positive example. This also talks about endings, which in it, right, in endings comes new beginnings. It's like an egg. It never, we're more like an 8. So anyways, I'm switching this marker. It's been bothering me. Okay, so expression. We already did that advice. Let's go ahead and pull for your emotions this month, you guys. Let's see what we got. Ooh, strength. First major arcana coming out on how you guys, this is either your love or relationships. It doesn't have to be romantic relationships, but of course it can be. It feels like you guys are using strength. It's funny because I was just talking about the 8 and, or the infinity symbol, and here it is coming out again. This might be a cycle or something requires strength. It's like breaking a cycle. 7s talk about solitude. We were talking about that earlier, right? A need to go by yourself. Maybe in your relationships, maybe you need to pull back and use strength, because strength isn't always being the lion and roaring, okay? Strength is sometimes coming above that. Like, it's almost like you're so strong that you're going to get your secretary to deal with these people. That's the kind of silent strength. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm so strong that I don't have to say jack. Like, you're a flea, I'm gonna flick you. Okay, I feel like that might be going on in some relationships. It doesn't necessarily have to do with love relationships, but you guys know your story. Yeah, there's a lot of green and growth followed by this like tornado, and it has all this gray, right? Gray talks about neutral, so it's like unknown. So it might be like this unknown's coming at you, and you're kind of scared. You're trying to hold your ground with strength. Okay, and that could be in love. Maybe somebody's news coming in. We'll get a preview here in a minute, as well as a song that I pulled for you guys. So let's go ahead and pull any advice. So the 7 and the 8 is going to give you a 15, which is a 6. So this is all about love. Okay, it could be self-love. It could be, right? It could be love in relationships. Maybe you guys are going through a period that, all the world around you feels like it's just unknown, swirling around you, and you guys are staying strong in it. You know what I mean? That's beautiful. But what else can we say about 6s? We can say this is parenthood. Okay, maybe you're feeling that way about your kids or anybody else that you parent, your pets. Service. This is also about service to others and healing. Maybe you're healing and not dealing with the drama. Maybe you're in, the summer of you. This is the winter, or the fall of, you, where you're not going to mess with other people and you're going to just do you. You're going to date yourself. I mean, after all, you know what you like, right? You know how you want to be treated, and if you don't, then that's definitely something that you need to step back and figure out. And of course that changes with time. You might have liked something when you were younger that you don't like anymore. It takes stepping back, and it takes, coming back to yourself, coming here to the edge of maybe even past and what you want. Okay, where do you see yourself in, I don't know, a month, a year, 10 years, etc. So let's go ahead and pull some advice for any of you guys dealing with relationships. The only major arcana you guys had was an 8. 8's all about universal law of cause and effect, so that's karma. It's also the number of wealth, abundance, generosity, okay, management, personal power. Ooh, shnikes. As soon as I said personal powers, that came flying out. What do we got? Oh, another freaking major. Levity. Laughter is the best legal medicine, and it looks like it's time for you to take a sweet, sweet hit of it. When somebody annoys you or a plan goes awry, try finding something funny in there. And if you ever feel like the butt of a joke, remember that the only difference between someone laughing at you and somebody laughing with you is that in the first version, you're not laughing. You always have the option, so opt into lightening up. It's legal in almost 200 countries. Okay, I keep saying that. What is that? I don't usually say okay, bae. Just says that somebody out there. It is something maybe that like is in my vocabulary, but it's not like something I like spit out all the time. It's weird. Okay. This is going to be your main advice before we move over to your song. It says, I exercise and I expand my happiness muscle to breathe to beastly levels every day. It says it's easy to feel like happiness is elusive. You feel incredible and confident one day, and then unimportant, unattractive, and depressed the next. Before you know it, you end up slamming a bottle of wine and a tub of ice cream to help numb the gloom. But just as people transition from unhealthy and overweight to healthy and fit, you can exercise your happiness muscle and build a life of smiles. With the tiniest practice of gratitude and mindfulness, and a focus on what truly lights you up, you can turn yourself into the Hulk Hogan of happiness. The army of sadness cannot break down your fortress if you are kicking ass every day. Oh man, I need to stop cussing because I know YouTube doesn't like it, but these cards made me do it. I'm gonna have to come through these cards and try to censorship. Okay, well, let's move over to your song. See you there. Bye. Okay, Pisces, so I went ahead and channeled a song for you guys, and I also went ahead and here's your preview. We're going to talk about that in a minute. So the song that you guys have for this month is called Wings by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. So there's a lot of meaning to this song. I mean, he's talking about growing up and wanting Nikes. Like, who doesn't like Nikes? I personally am a shoe girl, and I like my sneakers. Some girls like bags, but it's funny though because it talks on different levels, and there's can be a lot of different messages for a lot of different of you. But for me, it's talking about snipping those societal expectations. Remember those boxes we were talking about? What's valuable? Everybody says Nikes are valuable, $400 Nikes. Now, I'm not saying that if that actually brings you joy, but I want you to really think about, does it bring you joy, or is it like something because everybody else is saying that they want it and that's cool, right? It's about cutting those strings. I feel like other countries do this so much better than America. And don't get offended, it's just honest, y'all. I'm always going to be honest with you. I'm not always going to be cuddly like a panda. And pandas get fierce sometimes. I'm more like a coach. I might be coaching at you. I might talk at you like that. That's just how I am. Okay? But if I'm being honest with you, like say European countries, maybe Germany for instance, they don't value things as much as it's almost like they're more content with what they have. And it is kind of like Americans are just like, yeah, we have ambition. And it's not to say that Germans don't have ambitions, but they're almost happier being, they're not all about consumerism. They're the practical. So it's almost like mixing those two. It's like keeping your ambition, because I feel like, I feel like Germans could be a little bit more risk-taking, like find a good mix and stuff like that. But I don't know their business. And I don't know your business, but I just, for some reason, that's coming up of something that I was thinking about, because I love, ich liebe Deutschland, I love Germany. And there's things about Germany that I love that I wish America was. I wish, just for like simple things like infrastructure for riding bikes. When I grew up in Germany, I miss that. But anyways, I guess that's maybe why it was easy for me not to fall into the, I got to have the Nikes. I did when I was, my age, it was all about starter jackets, like having, like I had a Cowboys jacket, and it was that Ford Cowboys team, and it had to be a starter's jacket. It's stupid. It's stupid, because what actually matters is, like, they're showing me in the video, if you watch the video, like the kid got his shoes stolen and he's sitting on his bed. It's those moments. It's like, coming up from those moments is really like your spiritual Nikes. It's like a building of a spiritual armor. And every time you go through experiences like that, where you have to pull yourself up from the mud or up from the dark, whether it be depression or just going through something, you get spiritual armor. You get stronger, you get bigger, you get more expansive. Don't let people trick you and say that the dark is not part of the light and the light is not part of the dark, because that's not true. So anyways, I feel like I lecture y'all a lot, but that's my job. That's what I'm here. That's what I'm doing, right, you guys? I'm just still getting used to it. I have kids, and so when I talk to them, they're just like, oh my God. But I haven't talked to y'all enough yet, so You guys are annoyed with me, so I'll stop doing that. Stop second guessing myself. That's what Spirit's telling me. Maybe you guys need to do that too. Okay, anyways, let's move on to your love reading. So this is a situation when we were talking earlier. It felt like this situation is about somebody that has been single, okay? I mean, you could be in a relationship, but it's about the Chariot. Literally on here, look, this person is on a bike, and they have this way or that way. That's pretty clear, right? You're right now in their position of, you don't know what person. You don't know, or maybe it's, you don't know if you should go be single or you should stay in a relationship. I think this is coming from, I mean, you guys might have had some kind of dream, or, because the Ace of Wands is about soul, so it's like, I want, right? This is all fire and passion. Yeah, maybe the person that you're with isn't giving you this fire and passion. You see how this fire, it's like books. I want to read books, and I want to travel, and, you know, I want to go find magic in the world, and I want, you know, to smell bushes. Oh my God. Maybe, I don't know why I said that. Maybe some of y'all want to smell some bushes. But yeah, okay, cool. Vibes. But yeah. Sorry. Okay, so it comes out of a place of heartbreak. It could be to deal with this person. Maybe the heartbreak is stopping you. I feel, because there's definitely a person coming. Look at this Knight of Swords, right? This is a very intellectual person, or they have you in your mind, or you have them up in their mind, you know, thinking about all these things. They are defensive, whether they're fighting off doubts, whether they're fighting off actual people or perceptions of people, almost. He's wearing this cloak. His cloak is blue, right? So he's coming forth with truth and clarity, which is great. He's coming from a place of growth. And all this water is emotion, okay? A subconscious, like we were talking about earlier, standing on that beach. I used to have dreams of standing on a beach, and I was so scared to go into the ocean. You know, I got over that. And as soon as I got over that, it like opened up my spiritual gifts a lot more. My subconscious was telling me something. What is your subconscious telling you? This is off topic, but maybe something in there. So yeah, anyways, there's this person coming forward. They could be an air sign. Doesn't necessarily mean they have to. This is a knight. Doesn't mean they have potential. Okay, this isn't a page. This is a more mature person. Yeah, like they might be on a path, like, I want to say educational, learning, like midway through, because they're not quite a queen, they're still in that, maybe that mentality of working. They're working, then building something, but I feel like it's in a pursuit, it's like mentally. So they could just be like a very mental person, very logical. You know, you might have a Spock on your hands. But if you want to know if this is your person and this is you, I feel like you're single. Oh, well, no. Yeah, I saw the dog. It's so cute. Look, or is it a cat? These are all cats. But for some of you, I don't know if it'll focus. It's like a little black looking like pug. Here, you might just be you and your pets. Or this person, it feels like they're a pet. Like you have to take care of them, feed them. They can't like be a grown up, and you're not sure if you want to break up with this baby man or baby person, sorry, and go with this actual person. That they're at least a knight. Okay, this is a Chariot too, so that means it's a major arcana. All these other energies didn't have to happen. This was making a choice in this area with this person was always something that was going to be on your path. Okay, and the 7 talks about solitude. If you want to know what this person feels about you, I pulled a song, and we're going to go ahead and just do one extended. Last month I did 2 on some readings, and we're just going to keep it simple this month. So what we're going to do is, if you want to know their intentions, what do they want with you, how they feel, we pulled a song on how they feel, and some advice from ancestors, God, Allah, whatever you call that energy that is love and light and expansive and grows you in the good way, positive way. Okay. All right. Also, I hope I see you guys in extended. If not, Pisces, I totally get it. You know, I've been everywhere on this roller coaster of life, financially, mentally, emotionally. So I get it. if you guys can afford to. I used to be that person, and if you can, leave a like, a subscribe, a bell, all the stuff. I really love you guys, and I appreciate you. Bye.